So this just has to be incredible. It has to be spectacular. We're staking the future of the company on it being so.
So like, quite honestly, if this kitchen isn't ready in a week, we don't have a show.
I'm doing everything I can, but it also feels like wildly outside my control. That's really scary.
The Lost Estates mission is to put our guests at the heart of the greatest stories ever told.
We were founded in 2017 by myself, my name's Will, and my two co-founders, Rowan and Eddie. We're all classical musicians, so that's our background.
We sit right at the centre of three things: live performance, incredible hospitality, and immersive spaces. But after 7 years, we decided to risk it all by opening a new venue called 58th Street.
You know, this is a 15-year lease. This is like 3, 4, 5 times longer than any lease that we've ever signed before. We've never spent this much time or money per square foot like creating a space.
It had been a church for a while and was in a state of disrepair, but we immediately walked in and we were just like, this is fantastic. This is going to be perfect for what we do.
We've had to put all of the infrastructure, so that's services, water, electricity, plumbing, creating waste, digging huge amounts of ground up to lay pipes.
We completed on the lease, and the next day we poured 36 tons of concrete to level the floor and make an even floor for the whole site to be built upon. And also that after only about 6 weeks of work on the venue, we then started our theatrical build-up.
Truly, it takes years to get from idea to like finished product. So I mean, as a company, the Lost Estate has started looking at the jazz age and looking at telling stories in the jazz age and set in the jazz age since 2019, I think. So it's now 2024, so it has been genuinely like years.
It was just really clear that when we looked around the immersive scene, when we looked around any of the kind of cool events in London, there seemed to be this name that was like popping up time and time again, and it was Darling and Edge, Darling and Edge, Darling and Edge. For us, we were just like, okay, let's try and get in contact with these people.
At first I was like, it's not like a Great Gatsby thing, is it? And they were like, no, 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 it's not Gatsby.
58th Street is a doorway that leads you into the heart of the jazz age.
We've transformed the space in Peckham into a fantasy recreation of a real life. What originally was a speakeasy but then became a club before it was closed down.
It was called Belle Livingston's 58th Street Country Club. It was this sort of mecca for music, high society, decadence, indulgence, jazz. It was lost to time, and this is the Lost Estate, digging down, unpacking history, finding this forgotten gem and like bringing it back to life in our own unique way.
This is what we use to kind of measure everything and draw it, but a lot of it is done by eye as well, and when we're in the space, because so much of it will change. And then we talked about the inspiration and the artwork of the era, and then obviously the colour, this like really strong colour palette that the club has with its identity, this like coral pink. So this is like a sketch I did for the centre bar piece, this idea of having these like consecutive hexagons that brought a lot of the energy to the centre of the room, and then having this big chandelier in the centre. So like the tables are all octagons, the stage is all made of octagons, the stairs are octagons, the shape of the room is octagons. And that came from, I think there's one photo of the original 58th Street Country Club, and it has all these octagon tables in it.
I think like the iconic thing and the thing that is just so Lost Estate is the artwork, it's the paintings on the walls, it's the fact that they're like genuine canvases. They are actual like massive large-scale works of art. The Lost Estate isn't just a business. Like if it was just a business, we'd run it completely differently. It's about like making art, and it's about like pushing the boundaries.
So yeah, there's definitely pressure. Everyone wants to do a brilliant job. Here we go.
We're missing an Adam, no idea when he's going to be with us, so we're going to have to just push forward and tap the finale without him, and then when he arrives, we'll run it.
Well, we're just working on the most important part of any show, which is the very end.
It's in the right key. It's that we've all got the right stuff. And
Why don't we try that
end on a constant D minor. We can hold it and shimmer a bit, and then you come in.
Yeah, Colo voce at the top needs to be even more free and like, you know, coy and like.
And so you're basically running it through for the first time hours before guests arrive.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like, that's what dress runs are for. Like, if you're conservative now, you'll be in trouble when you get to the real thing.
This is a massive difference because we're doing a 6-course menu, which is an extra 3 courses to what we normally do. So there's the logistics of that, and the style of service is completely different. The quality of the food will be great. It's just the actual execution of the service. That's what we're trying to lock in now. So obviously that's why we have these friends and families and dress rehearsals.
Well, you know, it has to make sense. At the moment it doesn't. There's a broom there. Why is there a broom there? I have no idea. This water, whose is that? I don't know. This film, we should probably take this off. I don't know. So in an hour, I'll be running around like crazy.
There's still a lot going on behind the scenes. It's pretty wild. We've literally just reworked 2 or 3 scenes in the show in the last 15 minutes. So the guys are actually going to be going on doing it for the first time tonight, effectively.
You know, we get to deliver it today to real people and get to see them enjoy and revel in this beautiful thing that we have created together with a production team, with a band, with performers, like as one unit. So just enjoy it.
So just because guests are arriving, that's not enough.
I mean, that was a given. But they gotta go away. They gotta go home happy. There's still a chance for us to f it up. Where's a Coca-Cola? I'll go have some in here.
No, there'll be bumps in the road. There's always bumps in the road. We're launching a brand new show stroke restaurant. It's so exciting. Everybody's buzzing.
For what? This?
For your intro into Paradise.
Coca-Cola.
I feel good. We've prepped for this. We're ready. It kind of rests on me to bring this team through. I want our guests to just feel like overawed, a sensory experience of everything. This incredible menu, this relentless hospitality, this beautiful, beautiful venue, an incredible show. Like, I want them to have the best night of their lives.
So here we are. After months of hard work, we finally made it to our first public show. The team's prepped, the space looks amazing, it's over to the audience. This quite literally has to succeed.